And then verse 25, and I will make with them a covenant of peace. Does this show up anywhere else in the scriptures? I didn't search that up before we got in here today, but this covenant of peace seems significant. There's many covenants that are mentioned in scripture, but this one where ultimately you have this covenant of hope and peace, it's like creation happens again. All is good. God is in his heavens. He's on his throne. And it's Sabbath. Everything is at peace.
You know, one of the things I see from this also is, again, Jeremiah and Ezekiel are talking about some similar things. And one of the issues I think both of them are trying to do is, how does that covenant work after the destruction that comes? You know, Jeremiah talks about that in terms of a divorce, right? And when Jeremiah talks about, at least one of the ways he does it, is he talks about, I'm going to make a new covenant. Ezekiel, though, is going to emphasize that there's going to be a renewal of the covenant, and it's going to be renewed because the people are going to have a new heart, right? And in different places he's going to talk about this, is that the people have to decide that they want a new heart. There's a personal responsibility as part of this covenant, but then we also get this sense that God will help them get a new heart. Yeah.
In fact, if you go over to chapter 36, the word new might be a simple word that you could use to overlay all over chapter 36. It's that idea, you've been destroyed. Your city has been leveled to the ground. The temple burned. Everything's in shambles, which would leave people with tattered clothing, with bruises and cuts and scrapes and dirty clothing, right? Look at verse 25. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean. That which was dirty now becomes clean. From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you. And then verse 26, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. I don't know how many times in my life I have tried to fix myself and failed. How frustrating that is when I just use force of will alone to resolve a problem. And it might work for a short period of time, but it ends up failing. I love this idea here of, look closely in verse 26 at where the new heart and the new spirit come from. Do we generate that? Is that something, do I operate on myself and put in a new heart? Or a new heart also will I give you, and the new spirit will I put within you. The renewal, the newness comes from Christ, not from us. But as Gaye was saying, he's not going to come and say, you will love me against your will. I'm going to make you love me. I'm going to put a new heart in you. He doesn't do that. We have to turn to him, come to him and say, I want you to be my God. I want to be thy people. Will you help me? Because I can't cleanse myself. I can't save myself. I can't root out of my breast this wicked spirit. But you can. Would you?
Okay, and can I just jump in on that too? Because these people have thought that they could do things in the dark and that they could do what they wanted to do, but God can't help them until they take responsibility for their mistakes and own up and not try and put the blame on other people, right? This is me and mine. And then you've mentioned this here, 27, I will put my spirit within you. I just want to take note that this again is that word ruach, right? So in some ways, it takes us back to this whirlwind that Ezekiel sees in chapter 1. God will do a whirlwind within us as well in terms of this transformative process as he seeks to make us as he is.
And what effect does that lead to? Second half of verse 27, this will cause you, once this new spirit is put within you, it will cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments and do them. You will stop trying to walk this double-faced life, and you will do my statutes. You will keep them. You'll walk in the covenant path. I love that.